In this AlignMix video, you will learn how to access the territory properties. And there are two ways that you can access the territory properties. The first way is to right-click on a territory, and that will pull up your radial tool. From here, you click on Properties, and there you go. You've got your territory properties on your screen. The second way is to bypass the radial tool, and you do that by holding Control on your keyboard, and then you right-click on that territory, and that will pull up your territory properties. From here, you can change the ID and the name of the territory you just right-clicked on. The ID needs to always be unique, so you cannot have two territories in your AlignMix file that have the same ID. The name can be the same, but the ID needs to always be unique. Moving down the line here, we also have our current sales rep assignment. And in this drop-down menu, you will see the names of every sales rep that's been imported into this file. So you can actually use this view to reassign sales reps by simply clicking on a different sales rep's name. You can also click on this green plus button here to add a new sales rep. You would have to write in the ID of the sales rep, which most often is the same as the name. Type in the name, their home zip code. You can choose to make them male or female, and that will give them a different icon on the map, and then you can assign them a role. Since right now we are only viewing the territory properties, this would be a sales rep assigned to this territory. But if you access the district properties while in a district map view, you can then make a district manager by clicking on this district manager button, and the same thing for region manager. So let's click here on cancel, and now let's take a look at the second drop-down menu. So right now we've got our territories assigned to districts, and you can see that this territory is assigned to the East Central District. We can reassign the sales territory to a different district by clicking this drop-down menu. And these districts here have been pulled in via a zip to territory import that built a hierarchy. But you can create districts manually by clicking on the green plus button here. And now you have the option to name the new district's ID and the name. And as soon as you click on add, it will create that district assignment for this territory. So now let's click here on cancel. Here in Territory Properties, you can also change the color of the territory by clicking this color box here and selecting the color you want to change that territory to. We also have a lock color button here, and this shows you what color the lock of your territory will be when you lock a territory. So you can see that it's a lighter blue color. So let's click here on OK, and now I'm going to lock this territory by right-clicking and clicking on lock. And that lock is now colored to match that same color that I was just showing you. So let's go back to our territory properties. And you can see right here that that territory is locked, and we can unlock that territory by checking that box here. Now we have the label in part section, and this allows you to move the label of your territories from one non-contiguous area to another. And most often you will use this setting in Alaska or Puerto Rico or even the Hawaii territories, because most often those areas are assigned to some parts of the continental US. So let's click here on cancel, zoom out, and now zoom into Seattle. And you'll notice that Seattle does not have a territory label, but it actually does because it's hovering over Alaska, because Alaska is the bigger portion of that territory, so the label is centered there. So if we right-click here on the Seattle territory and click on Properties, I can now click on the Set Clicked button, and you'll see that that territory label has now appeared here in Seattle. And all you have to do is click OK, and now that label is saved to be shown here in the center of the area we right-clicked on. So let's go back to our territory properties. Here in the lower portion of the properties, you will see all of our territory data summed up to this territory. So any data sets that have been imported and assigned to this territory will be summed up in this view. You can also see here in the lower portion a count of all the account segments that are assigned to this territory. And there you go. You've just learned how to use the territory properties here in AlignMix.